Hello everyone, good evening students. Welcome once again. We are back to another session for our subject Biology for Engineers. Today I am going to discuss about biomolecules, proteins, enzymes and vitamins. Today's session we will be starting another topic, that is proteins, enzymes and vitamins. Last class we have discussed about biomolecules. Which biomolecules we have discussed? Carbohydrates and what we have discussed? Lipids. Today we will be discussing another biomolecules, that is proteins, enzymes and vitamins. We will be continuing with the biomolecules next topic in our today's session, that is the definition of proteins. Proteins are most abundant biological molecules or the organic molecules of life which are essential for catalyzing most of the biological processes. These are the abundant molecules which are essential for the maintenance of the life. We have in our syllabus proteins, definition, classification and functions of proteins. So we will see the definition, classification and functions of proteins. In the classification, we have simple proteins, conjugated proteins and derived proteins. Simple proteins again classified into globular proteins and scleroproteins. Conjugated proteins, we have different types of proteins: nucleoproteins, glycoproteins, mucoproteins. And in the derived proteins, we have primary and secondary types. So, proteins are very important biological molecules. Proteins are made up of amino acids. Long chain of amino acids will join together and form proteins, and proteins have a very important role in our day-to-day life of all living organisms. And proteins are classified into simple, conjugated and derived proteins. Simple proteins are composed of only amino acids. Simple proteins are only consisting of amino acids. Proteins are nothing but long chain of amino acids. In simple proteins composed of only amino acids are called simple proteins. Example: albumins, globulins, glutenins, prolamines, histones, globins, protamines, lectins. All these are the example of simple proteins. Simple globular proteins, simple scleroproteins. Globular proteins here are soluble in water, and scleroproteins are insoluble in water. So this is the main difference between globular proteins and scleroproteins. Globular proteins, these proteins are soluble in water and other solvents like acids. Scleroproteins are insoluble in solvents like water and acids. Example of scleroproteins are collagen, elastins, keratin. And examples of globular proteins are albumins, globulins, glutenins, protamines, histones, globins, protamines, lectins. So the main difference between globular proteins and scleroproteins we have discussed. These are the type of simple proteins in the classification of proteins. Next we have conjugated proteins. Conjugated proteins are nothing but they are bonded with other substances. They are conjugated with other substances. They are attached to other substances. Proteins are covalently bonded to other substances are conjugated proteins. In the conjugated proteins, we have examples like nucleoproteins, glycoproteins, mucoproteins, lipoproteins, phosphoproteins, chromoproteins, metalloproteins. When we talk about nucleoproteins here, nucleoproteins are consisting of proteins and nucleic acids. Nucleic acids and proteins combined together in the conjugated proteins are called nucleoproteins. Example of nucleoproteins we can see nucleohistones. Nucleic acids will be attached to the protein part are nucleoproteins. Next, when we see glycoproteins, proteins, glyco here is carbohydrate. We have discussed in our last class carbohydrates, carbohydrates. So proteins will be bonded to carbohydrates in glycoproteins. Example, mucin in saliva. The glycoproteins are nothing but proteins attached to carbohydrates. Next we talk about different phosphoproteins. Phosphate groups will be attached to the proteins. Phosphoproteins and chromoproteins. When we talk about chromoproteins, proteins attached to a colored pigment. Chromo are nothing but the colored pigments. Proteins attached to color pigments. Metalloproteins are proteins and a metal. Lipoproteins are proteins plus lipid. Example, lipoproteins of blood plasma. All these are the different examples of conjugated proteins. Next we have derived proteins. Derived proteins are derived from simple and conjugated proteins. In the derived proteins again we have primary and secondary types. Primary examples we have coagulated proteins, proteases, metalloproteins, metaproteins. Secondary derived proteins examples we have proteases, peptones, polypeptides, peptides. So this is the classification of proteins. It is classified into simple, conjugated and derived. Simple having only amino acids, conjugated proteins attached to other substances. Proteins covalently bonded to other substances are conjugated proteins. Globular proteins. What are globular proteins? They are soluble in water. Which are insoluble? Scleroproteins are insoluble. This is the main difference between globular proteins and scleroproteins. Globular proteins are soluble in water. Scleroproteins are insoluble in water. Examples of globular proteins, what all we have? Albumins are the proteins, globular proteins. Scleroproteins, examples we have collagens, elastins, keratins. Next, in the conjugated proteins we have nucleoproteins. What are nucleoproteins? Proteins plus nucleic acid. What are glycoproteins? Proteins plus carbohydrate. So this is the classification. Next we have functions of proteins. Different proteins will help in forming the external protective structures like nails, hairs, hooves, skin, etc. Antibodies and proteins mean for neutralizing and recognizing toxins, viruses and other pathogens. Proteins are also protecting the living organisms from different pathogens. Pathogens are nothing but the causative organisms which is causing the pathogenicity, which is causing the different diseases, toxins, viruses. They are protecting our living organisms from different diseases. They are both defensive and offensive. Pollen grains possess specific proteins. Proteins are also helping in the pollination. Proteins constitute more than 50% of the dry weight of protoplast. They are helping in forming the different structures of the living organisms. Next we have vitamins. In the vitamins we have definition, classification and functions of vitamins or vitamins. In the definition of vitamins here, these are also the important biological molecules which are very essential for the growth and development of all the living organisms. When we see the classifications of vitamins here, they are classified into fat soluble and water soluble. In the fat soluble, we have vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. In water soluble, we have non-B complex and B complex vitamins. So vitamins are very important essential components which are required in small amounts for the growth of all living organisms. They are required in small amounts for the growth and maintenance of living organisms. They are essential to human body. Vitamins are very essential to human body, and they are vitamin D here, which can be synthesized by the skin in the human body by the help of the UV rays, ultraviolet rays. Fat soluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E, K. And water soluble vitamins, again it is classified into vitamin B complex and non-B complex. Non-B complex vitamin we have here vitamin C. Fat soluble vitamins, vitamin A we also call it as retinol. Vitamin D we also call it as ergocalciferol. Vitamin E, tocopherol. Vitamin K, we have different types like minodione, phytoanadione. All these are different types and chemical names of different vitamins in the classification of vitamins. Based on this type of source, it is classified into non-B complex and B complex. Non-B complex we have vitamin C. Vitamin C we also call it as ascorbic acid. In B complex, again it is classified into energy releasing vitamins and hemopoietic vitamins. In energy releasing vitamins we have vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B3, vitamin B6, vitamin B7, vitamin B5. B1 it is also called as thiamine, B2 riboflavin, B3 niacin, B6 pyridoxine, B7 biotin, B5 pantothenic acid. In hematopoietic vitamins we have folic acid, B9 and vitamin B12. We also call it as vitamin B12 is also called as cyanocobalamin. This is the classification of vitamins. And when we see the important functions of vitamins, very important, essential for the body to work properly. Vitamin A, D, E, K, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B7, B6, B12 and B9. All these vitamins we have discussed in the classification of vitamins. They are helping in maintaining the healthy teeth, teeth, bones, soft tissues and skins. So all these are the different functions of vitamins. They are very important for the proper functioning of the living organisms. Next we have enzymes. Enzymes, when you talk about the enzymes, here they are the biological catalyst. Biological, when we use the term biological here, it is nothing but bio is related to the living organisms. Biological, living organisms, related to the living organisms. Catalyst here, it is nothing but a reagent which is increasing the rate of chemical reaction. Catalyst refers to the substance which will increase the rate of different chemical reactions which is undergoing in the different living organisms. So enzymes are very important biological catalyst, and here we have the classification of enzymes. In the classification of enzymes, it is classified into 6 classes. The first one is oxidoreductase, transferase, second one, third one, hydrolase, fourth one, lyases, fifth one, isomerases, sixth one, ligases. 6 classes of enzymes we have here. First one is oxidoreductase. Oxidoreductase are the classes of enzymes which are helping in carrying out the oxidation and reduction reactions. Oxidation reduction reactions are also called as redox reactions between the two substrates. The redox reactions will be done by the help of this group of enzymes. Example, we can take here different enzymes like succinate dehydrogenase and lactate dehydrogenase are the enzymes which are helping in the redox reactions in the classification in the first classes of enzymes, that is oxidoreductase. Second one, we have transferases. These enzymes will transfer the functional group between the substrates, help in the transferring of the functional group between the substrates. Transferring of functional group will be done in the transferases. Example of the enzymes here which will be transferring the substrate, enzymes like hexokinase. In transferases, the enzymes like hexokinase will help in the carrying out the reactions. Next we have hydrolases. These enzymes will catalyze the hydrolysis reactions. Hydrolysis is nothing but breaking of water molecules. Splitting a molecule of water is the hydrolysis reactions. The hydrolysis reaction will be done by the hydrolases, which is helping in the splitting of water molecule. Next we have lyases. Lyases, we also call it as desmolases. These enzymes, lyases enzymes, will help in addition or elimination of water. This class of enzymes includes different enzymes like aldoses, decarboxylases. All these are the examples of lyases enzymes. Fumarase enzymes. Next we have fifth one, isomerases. These enzyme isomerase will catalyze the reaction of arrangement or rearrangement of the functional groups in the different reactions. Rearrangement of functional groups will be done by the isomerases enzymes. Example, the enzyme glucose phosphate isomerase or phosphoglucomutase are related to the isomerases. Ligases, sixth one we have We also call them as synthetases. This enzyme will help in joining together two smaller compounds to make the larger ones. Example, aminoacyl tRNA synthase enzymes will be carrying out different reactions, will help in carrying out different reactions. This is the enzymes. These enzymes will increase the rate of reaction and they will help in carrying the different reactions in the living organisms. Next we have functions of enzymes. Enzymes are very important. Key molecules help in the digestion in the body. Amylase is the enzyme here which will break carbohydrates. When the carbohydrates are broken by the help of the enzyme amylase, energy will be released. Proteases break down proteins. Proteases are the enzymes which is breaking down the proteins, and lipase is the enzyme which will break down lipids. When the carbohydrates, proteins and lipids are broken down, they will give us energy in the form of ATP. What is the full form of ATP? Adenosine triphosphate. Enzymes play a very crucial role in different metabolism, different reactions, chemical reactions in living organisms. They will decrease the blood pressure in high BP patients. They are also removing the toxic waste from our body. Enzymes are also helping in releasing the toxic waste from our body. They are also helping in some different enzymes. Proteolytic enzymes are also helping in wound healing process. Enzymes also helping in wound healing process. Wounds are healed by the presence of this proteolytic enzymes, different types of enzymes. Some enzymes are present on the nephron which prevent the excretion of the useful substances. Nephrons we see in the kidneys. Kidneys will help in excreting the substances. Excretion, they are also helping in the excretion of the substances from the body. Enzymes. So these are all the different functions of enzymes. So we have seen about today's class enzymes, we have seen vitamins, and we have seen about the proteins. We have discussed about the three important biomolecules. That is, the first one, proteins. In the proteins we have seen definition, classification and functions of proteins. Everyone, you copy down the classification flow charts of carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, enzymes, lipids, all the biomolecules classification flow chart you need to copy in your notes. Everyone should maintain a separate book for biology and copy all the diagrams, flow charts, practice the diagrams. I will be checking when you will be coming to college. A separate book should be maintained by each and every student for our subject biology. This flowchart of classification of proteins you copy in your notes. And next we have discussed about flowchart of vitamins, classification of vitamins, and also the enzymes, classification of enzymes. So we have discussed about important biomolecules, proteins, enzymes, vitamins in today's session. In last session we have discussed about two important biomolecules, carbohydrates and lipids. So today we have completed all the biomolecules. whatever is there in your unit 1 syllabus for biology. Biomolecules is completed. So everyone copy down the flowcharts, classifications of vitamins. I will be checking all these classifications. Okay students, thank you. Next session will start with another topic related to the first unit, and soon we will be completing the first unit. Thank you students. Thank you once again.